to NJCU. Please give us a few minutes. We're going to kick off at 10:05. We want to give some courtesy to those who may be logging in slightly later. So please give us till about 10:05 and we will kick off our webinar for today. Thank you so much for coming. Once again, thank you all for joining us. We will be starting in about 2 minutes. We're just giving a little bit of a courtesy for those who are joining us slightly late. So if you can just bear with us for a couple of minutes, we will kick off at 10:05 on the dots. All right. Good day, everyone, and welcome to New Jersey City University's Talks of Tomorrow webinar series. My name is Taya Rogala, and I'm the administrator for the Office of Adult and Continuing Education. I'm joined by my colleagues, Selena Shea, Data and Brand Strategy Specialist, and Reina Hoxhaj, Brand Communications Assistant. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to today's real estate webinar titled The Unlimited Earning Potential of a Real Estate Career and How to Tap into It. A couple of housekeeping rules before we begin. This webinar is being recorded, so please be mindful of your audio and video settings, as well as any personal or sensitive information you share. We request that all microphones are muted during the presentation. However, there will be an opportunity for Q&A, so please hold your questions till then. When that time comes, please type in the chat or use the hand raise emoji, and we will answer each of your questions then. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our webinar presenter of today, Rusila Thakar. Rusila Thakar began her teaching career in the 1960s as a tutor, later mentoring colleagues in the corporate world. After returning to education in the 1980s as a substitute teacher, she expanded into real estate, becoming a certified mentor for new agents and earning the Graduate of Real Estate Institute GRI, GRI Seniors Real Estate Specialist, and multiple other professional designations and licenses, with all authority to sell as well as teach life, health, property/casualty, and title instruction in New Jersey. In 2001, she achieved her broker salesperson license and has since taught across numerous institutions since. Joining New Jersey City University in 2005, she now serves as director of the real estate program. Her lifelong passion for teaching and learning continues to inspire the next generation of professionals. Everyone, please welcome Rusila Thakar. Rusila, take it away.
Hi. She said so much about me, I don't know what to say except saying good morning, hello. All of you, I welcome you to find out what's there taking the real estate class. We'll be going through the screens as I will be going through the process of how it works. How is it going to help you become millionaire agents? So you don't have to work 12 hours a day until you are 70 something old. So I am going to go over the process. And of course, not just me, you have to work hard also, right? I am only going to show you how you can get a license. Once you get a license, you will have to find a broker and work with them to see how they can help you reach your full potential. And at the end, I will answer any questions you may have. You will also have my email address where you can directly contact me and ask me questions about the class and what the process is. So here we go. Okay, so when you want to become a real estate agent, what are the things you need to do? First, you need to make sure that you are 18 years of age and you have a high school diploma or you have something that says you completed equivalency of high school. Some of you may ask me a question. Of course, if you are as old as I am, I don't know where my high school diploma is, do I? So some of you may have questions. What if I don't have one in my hand physically? It's okay. As long as you are telling the truth that you are a high school graduate or you have equivalency of high school graduate. No matter what country it is from, it doesn't matter. Next thing is you need to make sure you are legally in this country. Legally in this country, it doesn't mean you have to be a citizen. As long as you are legally here, you are not you are allowed to work. You are allowed to go to school. You can take this class. What will happen after you pass your school exam, state exam? Before you get a license, they will be doing a background check to make sure that you don't have anything that can stop you from getting license. For example, I'm just going to give you an example of it. If you have defrauded somebody in 5 years with money, you will not be able to get a license. So just remember the things that may stop you. Of course, as you will learn in my class, we will go over all those details of how you can contact the real estate commission and get a response to see whether you are eligible or not. If you have any specific questions, I cannot answer your specific questions. I don't have authority. I am only a teacher. So if you have any question, you will need to direct them to the state of New Jersey Department of Banking and Insurance. If you need the full name of the, the department, you need to contact them. I will provide that to you. We need to keep that confidential. I will not be discussing that in the class. So if any one of you have any particular questions about whether something in your background may stop you, you need to contact me and I will keep personal. You don't need to give me any information. I will give you the department we should be contacting. Next. Okay, so what will happen after you sign up for this class? You will take 75 hours of class with me. And when you take the 75 hours of class, what happens is as we do each module, each chapter, we will go over the questions that you will do at home. And any questions you have in the class, I will be more than happy to answer you. Everything is in the book. You will be purchasing the book that also has the questions at the end of the chapters that you will be doing them after I complete the chapter. Next. So what will happen after, first of all, when you pass your school exam, you need 70% passing. Then you will be input in our system, PSI exam system, where you will be eligible to take a state exam. So what you'll do is you will take a state exam for you to get a license. And remember, I will guide you all the way through while you are taking the class, and even after you pass the school exam while you are doing the state exam. Next. Very important to know this part. When you pass your school exam, you pass your state exam, that is not going to give you license. So pass school exam, state exam, you will do fingerprinting, and then you will work for a broker. In order for you to get a license, you need to be working for the broker. So how do you find brokers? Some of you may have questions about who should we go for? My answer to you will be what? Talk to a lot of different brokers, small companies, medium companies, large companies, and decide who you feel comfortable with. There are people may like me, there are people may not like me. It's individual choices. So when you go to work for a broker, before you choose, you need to ask them questions. What is the one main question you should be asking? How are you going to make me a millionaire agent? What are you going to do for me? How are you going to help me? Are you going to guide me? Because going to school does not guide you real life. It does not teach you real life, do they? All of you went to school, you went to college. Did they teach you real life? No. Real life, you will learn when you get to real life. So am I saying to you that I wash my hands after you get your license? No. What will happen, what has happened over 20 plus years that I've been teaching, students still reach out to me today. They ask me a question, something they are not sure of what they should do. So what do? I answer, but you know what at the end, do you know what my response is after I tell them what I would do? I will say, talk to your broker, because your broker is the ultimate authority. I will guide you, but I cannot tell you what to do. You are always welcome to ask me a question, but I cannot tell you what to do. You need to talk to your broker. So even after you pass a school exam, state exam, after you become a broker, salesperson, even if you decide to become a broker, I'm always available as long as I'm not 6 feet under. Sorry to say like that, but I'm just saying to you, I am available anytime. You email me and I will respond. Of course, if I'm in a class, I'm not going to respond to you right away, but I will respond. Next. Okay, so as I already said, choosing a right broker is very important. Why? Because you need to be taught how to sell real estate. Not the salesmanship part, but what are the right things to do? What are the things to avoid? Do you know when we were born, we didn't use bad words, did we? We didn't use bad words. What happened? We learned them. So when you go to work for the broker, you want to make sure you are learning the right thing, correct thing. If you see something that doesn't seem right, you need to speak up and say, I don't want to do this. I don't feel comfortable, because your gut will tell you. So it's very important that you choose a right broker, the broker that is going to help you. Does it mean be a small broker, mom and pop? Yes. It may mean a medium size, yes. It may mean a big companies, yes. In my 30 years as a real estate agent, I work for how many companies? 8. Were there small companies? Yes. Were there medium sized companies? Yes. Were there big companies? Yes. So you need to feel comfortable. What happened after a while, you realize that a broker's not helping you. You don't have a mentor in your company who is helping you. You can always leave. You're not signing any long term contract with anybody. You can always leave and go to another broker. However, before you go, you should look at what are the consequences of leaving a broker. You may have established your name with certain companies. What happened when you go to another company? It may be what? People may not recognize you. So, of course, these are the things you will do after you get your license. So, why am I stressing it? I am stressing it is while you are taking the class, you should talk to brokers. See who you feel comfortable with. Next, please. Okay. So, broker training, as I said, is very important. I can show you all the tricks of passing the exam. I cannot help you in real life. Can I? You think I'll be in your real life? Probably not. The broker is going to be in your real life. The other people in your company are going to be mentoring you. So you need to make sure that you are getting proper training. So once again, the question to ask is, how are you going to help me become millionaire agent? What are you going to do to provide me a training so that I become a successful agent? Got it? Okay, next. So what happens when you get a license? So what are the advantages of getting a license? One is you buy your own property. When you buy your own property, you make a commission. What happens if you help people buy a house? Buyers, sellers, you make commissions. Now, of course, the commissions are different for different properties, but you're still making commissions for helping them buy the house, or buying your own house, or helping sell the house, or selling your house. Another one is what happens is sometimes people will buy it for flipping. I don't know if you heard of an expression called flipping. What is it, flipping? Flipping is you buy a property that needs work, you put certain amount of money, and then you sell it. There are people who come into real estate to get a license to do flipping, or they do investing. A lot of people buy what is called a multi-family home, single family homes, where they rent it out. And if you are not, if you have a lot of properties, as some of my agents do, they will hire a property manager who will take care of everything while you are still making money selling real estate. So you can do both. You can either you manage your own property, or you can hire somebody if you have too many properties to take care of it. Next. Also, you can sit at some of the company will offer you salaried jobs to sit at the model homes. So what happened when there's a new development being built? What happened? You have a model home where people sit. As people come to look at it, the person who is sitting at the model home are usually paid salary plus a paid part of the commission if that prospective buyer will buy one of the new homes. So, of course, people who want to work in a model home, you have to think about it. You will be getting a salary. You need to do your own research to find out what other companies that are hiring. All there are big apartment buildings in major cities. Like nowadays, you see a lot of high-rise just popping up. So in my class, we used to make fun of it. They used to make fun of me because when I talk about high-rise, you know how many stories I talk about? 3 stories. Because that's all my town has. But how many stories in a big cities? 30, 40, 50, right? So are there a lot of apartments there? So what happens if somebody is building a big apartment building? They will need somebody to sit at the leasing office. They're going to be paid salary. If they find a tenant to sign a lease, they will also get paid a little bit of commission. But remember, you need to be licensed to get that. If you're not a licensed person, you cannot collect commission. So by you getting a license, it will also give you opportunity if there are jobs that you can find in the apartment building to get a salary job plus make a commission. Also, I'd say some of the companies have a big successful agents who make literally millions a year. You think they can do the job themselves? No, they need assistance. So a lot of time they will offer a salary jobs to somebody who is a licensed assistant. So you can look into that if you are thinking of just working for somebody and you want them to tell you what to do and you get paid. You can look into becoming a licensed assistant for a real estate agent. Every company has them. Every big company has these agents who hire licensed assistant. Several of my students are licensed assistant. They go show houses, but they show it for another agent where they get salary. They just get salary for showing a property, but they need a license to do that. Also, you can ask them to see if they can in my office if somebody has somebody has a listing and they need an open house, they may pay you an hourly rate to sit at the open house or show a house. So some of you may want to make that extra money while you are licensee to help another agent. So this will be like you will be somebody's assistant for an hour or two where they are asking you for help and you will get paid. I don't do that anymore, but in the old days I used to do a lot because I needed extra money. So if somebody said, sit for me for open house for 3 hours, I would do it and I will get paid. Just remember, you need to keep your eyes open and your ears listening. Look at the messages you get. Also, if you do a good job for somebody, what are they going to do? They're going to call on you again, right? So just remember that these are the things you can do. I love open houses. I love open houses. Do you know why? Because people look at you. They may see you as a different person. What happens when you start talking? But if I start talking and I said to Enrique, you have 2 kids, I have 2 kids. You're wearing black shoes, I'm wearing black shoes. Guess what? Before you know, you're not even thinking about my accent, are you? Are you? No, you're not, because all you're doing is what? I am connecting with you. So when you sit in the open house, you need to be connecting with a person. Your goal should be what? See how you can help them, whether they feel comfortable with you, to establish a rapport that will help you in the process. There are people you may not like from get go, right? So then you will just be cold. What happens if you start connecting with them? Is it possible maybe they want you to help them because they feel like camaraderie with you? It's possible. Also, you can work for a property manager. There are property management companies who hire people who are licensed people to do what? collect the rent, to go and what? Show a unit. So there may be a building with 300 units, and the property manager, you can work for them as a licensed person to show apartments, to pick up commission. I mean, pick up a check so you can give it to your property manager, and property manager will make a commission, but you will get salary. Got it? Okay. Anything else? Or this is it? Is this the last screen? Okay, so we have 2 classes coming up. One will start in a week and a half. That's a night class, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 5:30 to 8:30. Or you can take a Saturday class. Only thing with Saturday class that it will go into next year because we have so many holidays in between. So we couldn't squeeze in. Also, when we are teaching on a Zoom, it is very hard to have a focus on like for 6-7 hours. So that's why we made it only for like 5 hours on Saturday. Also on Saturday, you may have a family you want to have a dinner with, go out with. So it's easier to end it by middle of the day, so you still have afternoon left. So we are offering 2 different classes. I hope I see all of you in my class. We have a blast. I'm telling you, just like it's something you don't feel like you're sitting in a class. You feel like you're talking to your mother, or your sister, or your grandmother is yelling at you, your mother is yelling at you, or you are yelling at them. So if I tell stories, you will feel like you're not even learning anything, but you will be learning so much that end of it, it will help you pass the exam. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Priscilla, for such an informative session. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that a lot of folks have a lot of questions for you. So at this point, we're now opening the floor for a Q&A session. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat, or you can utilize the raise hand feature if you'd like to speak, and we'll call on you. The floor is open. I see a hand already. Tariq Miller, please feel free to unmute and ask your question.
Hi.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
All right, hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So my question was, I'm currently studying marketing at NJCU with a concentration in digital marketing. So like what unique careers would there be for me with a marketing degree alongside a real estate license other than just a real estate agent?
Okay. First of all, any selling you do requires marketing. So that is a good combination to marketing plus selling. So I want to tell you, I used to be a graphic designer. So how did it help me become a graphic designer as a real estate agent? I used to make beautiful flyers. When I started working for the company, I was a graphic designer for them. Because once they saw me, all these things I was producing, they hired me to help other agents. So, like you, marketing is very important in selling. So, it's going to help you advance your career because you can use your marketing knowledge to sell real estate. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that answered my question. Thank you.
Do you have any follow up?
Um, no, you answered my question pretty
Okay.
good. Like I was just curious on as to like what I like pairing up my marketing degree with a real estate license. Like how does that open up even more career opportunities for me?
It was because it did for me. I was a graphic designer and I mean, today they don't hire that many real estate companies because everybody knows how to do that with the YouTube. Back in 80s, you didn't know how to do that. In 90s, you didn't know how to do that. So you needed somebody who had that. So today you will use your unique marketing abilities to help yourself. And if there's in your company somebody requires, they can hire you. Just like I may hire somebody to develop a website. Yes, even though there's a YouTube available where I can develop my own website, I would hire somebody who knows more than I do because I want to see the positive results. You get it?
Yeah, that was helpful. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for asking your question, Tariq. We have several questions in the chat, Priscilla,
Okay.
so I'll read them out one by one,
Okay.
and we'll both toggle back and forth in getting the answers. So the first question says, can we, from Carolos Musa, says, can we get a copy of this presentation? Priscilla, I'll answer that question. The answer is yes. We will be emailing you a copy of both the presentation and the recording once we're done with this webinar. So please be on the lookout for that email with those pieces of information. Priscilla, Enrique Carolus also had another question. Is the course in person or online?
It's online. It's on Zoom.
Awesome. So that answers your question. The course is online on Zoom, and it's so that we know that we have a lot of busy people. Some people are already working, some are in school, some have families. So just to accommodate all those life matters, we've chosen to offer this program online and on Zoom so that anyone can access it from wherever they are. All right, the next question is from Russelleni. Are both classes on Zoom? Yes, we've answered that question. Yes, both classes are being offered on Zoom. AD asked, is real estate still profitable with the change in commission that started this year? Priscilla?
Okay. So I am going to answer that question as a political person answers. It is a subjective matter. And why am I saying it's subjective matter? Yes, commission structures have changed, but in New Jersey, where we are, has not impacted real estate agents to leave the field because of it. Because it hasn't negatively impacted them. Because it did not matter you got paid, whether you got from a seller or a buyer. Yes, you may have some people who may be a little more reluctant to ask a buyer to sign a buyer's agreement and you pay the commission. It's going to happen, just like seller may not want to pay you the commission that your company would preferably would like to get. So you're going to have those things happen, but they are not a norm. They are an exception. So yes, it will have an impact on it if you choose to bring it to your your sphere of influence. So what you want to do is you don't want to make a decision just because of a commission structure. You want to make a decision, how is it going to help you because of a different commission structure? Did I answer your question? Was I
Hope that
politically correct?
hope that answers your question, AD. Thank you so much for asking that. Roseleni also asks, who's teaching the courses? I'll
It's
leave that to you.
me. I will be the only one teaching the courses. God forbid something happen, and if I get sick in hospital, then we will get somebody to substitute for me. But I am it.
Yes,
I
Priscilla is
am
our dedicated instructor, and it's over the years has been nothing but just great words about her teaching and her ability to connect and help the students understand exactly how the industry runs. So you're all going to be privileged to have her as your
Thank you.
instructor. Yes.
Thank you. And I'm going to use a bad word. I don't teach. I BS all day. Do you know what that means? That means I will be talking to you as if you are my children, you are my parents, you are my grandparents, or you are just somebody I want to get it through to you. So I will not be doing it. I'm doing a structural instruction in a story form. I'm talking to you. You will be interacting with me in a class. I will be calling you. You are shy. Guess what? Make sure your camera is on so you don't get picked on. Those people who don't have cameras on, they get picked on a lot because I want to make sure they're not goofing off somewhere. So if you want to have an interaction with me, you're going to learn better because I am talking to you like you're my friend, you are my children, you are my parents. I will be yelling at you, I'll be respecting you, I'll be admiring you, and I will be definitely giving you slap when you need it.
Priscilla is she's really a joy. She's really a joy. Um, Enrique asked, what happens if I miss a class?
Okay. Want to answer that? I can answer that.
Yes, please.
Okay. You're allowed to miss out of 75 hours, you're allowed to miss 12 hours, 10 plus 2 hours. What does that mean? Enrique came to class late one day. If you come a few minutes late, I really don't care. But if you're late like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I just take away that time. And then what happens if you want to go party one night and next day you want to sleep all day? You can miss the class. But here is the caveat. I just want to tell you that all of students in my class, I want to make sure they're all there when I am teaching important topic. So if something happens and somebody has an emergency, I will not be teaching important topic that day. If I know ahead of time, I will not schedule important topics that day. Also, as you already know, I am very old. So you know what happens to old people? They tell you same thing over and over and over again. So what do? I teach you same thing over and over and over again. So what happens if Enrique was looking at some stuff on his laptop and he's not paying attention to me? What will happen next week when I'm repeating it? Maybe I'll get it. Also, what I do is I will ask somebody to repeat for me. Why? Because what happens? Is it possible somebody may have trouble understanding me? Or is it possible they're not paying attention to me? What happened if you hear a different voice? You may remember it better, isn't it? Yes? Okay,
Wonderful.
sorry.
No,
As you,
repetition
as you, as
is a
you sit
necessary
down,
part of
shut up.
learning.
Go
No,
ahead.
repetition is necessary for learning. Thank you, Priscilla. Let's see. Omira asks, will the classes be on Saturdays only? I'll answer that. No, we have two offerings. We have a weeknight offering, and then we have a weekend, which is the Saturday offering. The weeknights will be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from September 29th to November 24th. And the weekend, the Saturday, I'm sorry, and that's from 5:30 to 8:30. And then the weekend offering will be Saturdays, um, October 11th through January 31st from, I'm sorry, from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Yes. All right. Next question is from Angel. Angel wants to know, how do we purchase the book for the class?
Okay. You will be given when you sign up, you will be given an ISBN number. If you want to know ahead of time, you can email me and I will send you the ISBN number with the title of the book. In the beginning of my class, first couple of days, I understand students don't have books because it may take time to get it delivered. Some of you may prefer ebooks, which is much faster. So what I do is first couple of days, I don't teach any important material. I only teach stuff to get you used to the book from different chapters. After the first week, then I go through the book. So if you buy it now, which is wonderful, but if you decide not to, wait until you sign up and buy it. If you don't have it on the first or second day of the class, it is okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Another question from Tariq. Can I get college credit for taking this course? This is a non-credit course, Tariq. We do have within NJCU something called our CPL program, which is credit for prior learning. That's something that we're in the works of determining what non-credit courses would be able to get credit for prior learning. So you can reach out to us at a later time after you're done with the course, and we can, review it with our transfer office to see if NJCU is able to offer college credits for that particular course. All right. Enrique asks another question. What would happen if we don't pass the exam? Do we get a second chance? Of course, it's his
Okay.
goal to pass at the first
Okay.
time, but what happens? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to type something. I don't know where my chat is. I'll find it because I probably. Okay, I can't. I know what I do. Here we go. This is what I tell my students. You don't know what it means. You don't know what it means. It means pass the damn exam first time. And how am I going to make it true for you? I am going to make an every effort that all of you pass the exam first time. Do we get it? Yes, over the years, students have not, all of them have passed the first time, but then I don't count that as a second time. I still count it as a first time. So yes, you can take the exam again. We will allow you to take the exam. Only caveat, I want to tell you that if you don't pass it within the class, the last day of the class, then you have to make arrangement with NJCU to take the exam in person. So it is your, it should put you on a spot where you don't want to go to NJCU to take the exam. You want to pass in my class. So you need to do everything possible, and I will help you to pass the exam the first time. Got it?
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Tariq asks, will this course be offered again during the summer? The course will be offered. So we have 2 offerings in the fall. We also have 2 offerings in the spring semester. So come January, actually sometime in November, we will post the offerings for the spring semester. So you can be on the lookout for that. And yes, in the summer as well, we will be offering the course. All right. Let's see. The next question is from Tariq again. Would the book be free like my other books at NJCU? At the moment, no. The book has to be self-purchased. For our non-credit courses, our books have to be for the book for this course, I should say, has to be self-purchased. What's the deadline to register for the classes? Thank you for asking that question. Registration ends 1 week before the first day of a class. So the September 29th class registration ends on the 22nd. We may extend the deadline till the Thursday before, but no more, no later than that. But typically registration ends 1 week before the class. And we do have a payment plan option for those who may be interested in, the payment plan. If you need some time to pay it out, you can visit our website and that information will be available when you click on the registration link. Other questions? Thank you so much for all of your amazing questions, by the way. This is great. Omira asked
on the chat. You want me to read them?
Yes, that's what I'm reading. That's all
Okay,
of those
go
are
ahead.
what I'm reading.
Go
So
ahead.
which class is better to take to absorb all information to pass the test? Priscilla, go ahead.
Which class? You mean the Saturday class or the weekday class? Is that what you're asking?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I tell the same stories. So I tell the story about, say, for example, what do you do with the coffee maker? The coffee maker drips, right? All of you have used coffee maker, it drips, right? So I'll tell you a story about that. So what happens if you're building a new construction? You need to make sure the water drips. It goes inside the ground. If not, you're going to have a swampland. So I tell the same story for either classes. So it's not different. Only different that I can see it is that some of you, like me, are not night people. You may be tired after working. So you may not feel comfortable taking a night class. Maybe you want a Saturday class, but it's really individual choice. As far as my teaching the class, it's no different. Night class, same material, same stories. Weekend class, same material, same story. I answered that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Priscilla. Another question from Grace Seminario. How much is the course? I just joined, so I didn't hear. The cost of the class is in the chat. It's $399. But if you bring a friend and both of you enroll together, we do give a $50 discount. So it'll be $349 if you're signing up with a friend. Otherwise, it's 399. All right. Bronia asks, what if you live out of state? Would this course be helpful? Is the test the same and is it valid in other states like in Virginia?
Okay, I will take that question. Every state has their own requirement. I cannot tell you whether you take a class in New Jersey will help you in Virginia. First of all, Virginia needs to recognize if you took the class here and they want to give you credit. So it's up to the state of Virginia to decide, just like if you had a license in Virginia and you want to take the license in New Jersey, then New Jersey has to decide. So, for example, New Jersey allows somebody who has a license in New York and they have taken 75 hours of class, and if they want to get a license in New Jersey, they don't need to take the class. But what happened if Virginia only had a 30-hour requirement to get a license? Do you think New Jersey will allow that? No, they would want you to make up the additional hours. That is question number one. The answer number one. The second answer for the part where yes, you can get a license no matter where you live. You can get a New Jersey license even if you live in Florida. Only thing is that you will have to sign a special paper where you are giving a permission for state to sue you in case if you do something wrong. But other than that, all the requirements are same. How does it help you get a license in New Jersey and Virginia? Just remember, the real estate is same no matter where you live. So the generic real estate part questions will be similar, but the state questions will be different. And the state questions in most of the exam consist of about 35%. So when you take a New Jersey exam, the 65% is generic real estate and 35% is state specific. Is it possible the other states may have the same laws as we do? Yes, but I don't know how different they are from New Jersey to Virginia. I have a license to teach in New York, so I can tell you New York is basically the same. Of course, the state laws are different, but New York focuses more on construction. So if you took a New Jersey exam and you wanted to get a New York license, not only you need to learn a New York law, but you also need to know about construction of a building, like what a soffit is, what is the shingles, what could they be made of. There's a lot of construction questions. So all of the states have different requirements, even within generic, but states are definitely different. Did I answer your question? Did
Hope
I
that
answer
answers your
your question?
question. All right. Thank you so much. Um, AD asks, is the exam taken in person or during our Zoom class?
Okay, I already answered, but I want to answer again. You will be taking on a Zoom class, but if you don't pass, then you will have to go to in-person NJCU and schedule with them. But 99.999% of my students pass in my Zoom class. You can ask Tayo. She hasn't had anybody come to take in-person class in last, I don't even know how many years, since COVID, right?
It's been a while.
You haven't seen me since COVID or any students since COVID, have you?
No.
So 5 years, nobody had to go to college to take in-person exam. Did I answer that question?
Yes. Sounds
Okay.
good. As far as the missing, AD also asks, as far as the missing 12 hours, are the classes recorded?
Okay, I have to say something. Even though classes are recorded, we are not allowed to release because of the state laws. We only use recording if there is a problem with attendance. So, for example, Enrique is goofing off. He is driving to Florida in the car. Sorry, Enrique, I'm picking on you because you were the first one here. So he's driving to Florida while he's taking my class. So of course I'm going to ask him a question, right? What happens if he turns on his camera and I see him driving? Would that be recorded on the recording saying that he was really not in my class, was he? So we if there's a problem with attendance, we may use that, but other than that, no, recording cannot be given out as far as our rules at NJCU are concerned. Got it?
Thank you, Risela. AD also asked, can we use the 12 hours to leave early when we need to?
Yes. Yeah, you can use 12 hours any which way you like. Or in the middle of the class, you feel like you want to take a little nap, go ahead. Go sleep for half an hour. It's okay. You can use 12 hours any which way you like. Got it?
Yes, but you just cannot exceed the 12
Yeah.
hours.
And 12 hours you don't. And I'm very strict for two reasons. One, you're missing a lot of information. Second reason is I love all my students, but I don't love them that much. That I may lose my license because I'm allowing to break the law for you. Law requires you attend 80% of the licensee pre-licensing class. Got it?
Wonderful. We still have a couple more questions. Thank you so much for your patience and for all of these amazing questions, guys. Thank you so much. Omira wants to know, how much is the book?
It's 40, I think it's $45. I can give you exact amount if you want to email me, but it's somewhere in 40s. You may be able to get it cheaper. Only thing is that you need to make sure you get the right edition. So if you email me, I will give you the edition. I'll give you the ISBN number. You can look and see if somebody's offering any eBay who has taken my class before.
Thank you. And we will be posting Risela's email shortly. So just be on the lookout for that. It'll be in the chat. The next question is, if I missed a class on Saturday because of work, can I take it on a weekday? That's Enrique asking.
Okay.
Can I make it up with a weekday class?
Okay, so I'm going to answer it in two parts. One part is that only if we are offering both classes, because sometimes we have not enough enrollment, we may not offer. That is the one first answer. Second answer, yes, as long as you are telling me when you are coming, so I want to make sure whatever you missed on Saturday or night class is you are making up, so I can tell you which night to come. Am I making sense? Because you don't need to just come and sit in a class to hear, repeat it. Same story I told you on Saturday to come and listen to me on Tuesday. You want to hear what you miss. Or if there's something important you didn't get it, you may want to come and you want to sit and listen that story again, listen that topic again. Got it? Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Are there any other questions? We're closing out our Q&A session. Are there any final questions before we close out that session?
Okay, there's one question. Is the question
last
online?
one.
So first, the Zoom is you're going to be doing in the class with me. So that's really online. For the state exam, you have a choice. You can take either online or go in person. Online means you're sitting in your comfy home and you are taking the test. But one word of caution, when you're doing that, make sure there are no interruptions. So what if you have a baby crying or your spouse is yelling? Guess what? They will cut you off. Because when you're taking the exam online, they cannot allow any noise interfering because they think you may be cheating. Do we get it? So yes, it's a privilege to be able to take exam online in your house for the state exam, but you may get cut off. And what happens if there are too many interruptions and you get cut off? Are you going to be all like upset and you may not be able to focus on the exam? I'm not telling you either way, go in person or in home. But if you're doing on home, make sure there are no noises outside of where you are taking the exam. Got it? Anything else?
Wonderful, wonderful. Our last call for questions. Tariq Miller, you can unmute and ask your question.
I had a question. Earlier when I asked about taking this for credit, you mentioned something else. I can't remember exactly what you said. That's why I didn't type this out. But you said something about a program for like relevant work or something like that. What was
Right.
What were you talking about?
So we're currently working with the credit side of the university to review some of our non-credit courses for what we call the credit for prior learning program. Uh, the real estate course has not been reviewed yet, but there may be an opportunity there. So if you want, you can reach out to the transfer office of NJCU and inquire about that, about non-credit courses that you're enrolled into, and wanting to use that for credit. And they'll let you know what the possibilities are. Typically, you have to have taken the course already, and then it could be evaluated to see if there are
Okay.
opportunities for credit.
Who would you say to reach out? The transfer people?
Yes, the transfer
Okay,
office,
hold on.
correct.
I'll write that down.
Mhm.
Is that the same people that you get into contact with, like for credit for internships? Is this the same thing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I understand. Yeah.
If anything, send me an email. You can just email contact@njcu.edu, and I will give you the direct contact. I'll connect you. I'll actually connect you.
Okay, wait. Can you say the email again? I'm writing it down.
It's right on the in the chat. It's in the chat.
Oh,
Contact
okay,
at,
okay. Thank you.
at njcu.edu. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for a truly engaging webinar. This was fantastic. For additional questions, please give us a call. Our number is in the chat, or send us an email, and we'll be more than glad to answer your questions. Um, you can also email Rasilla directly, and I'm posting her contact right now.
I was going to do that.
Okay, I got it. So please feel free to email Rasilla. She's always available also to take your questions and to guide you in the right directions. You can also contact us via our website, review our entire catalog. We have other, real estate courses, just minor courses that just give you just some introductory information even to the real estate world. So visit our website. You can check under our fundamental courses. They're all online. But those ones are self-paced courses. You can visit us at www.njcu.edu/consed, and that the website address is also on the site in the chat. Yes, we answered that question earlier. The deadline to sign up is 1 week before the class. So we have two classes running this fall. The first class is our weeknight classes that begins on the 29th. The deadline for that is the 22nd. We may extend and give a few days for, extend the deadline a bit, but the official date for enrollment is the 22nd. And the other class that runs October 11th to January 31st, the deadline for that is October 3rd. All right. Okay, this
Thank
was
you
once
very
again,
much.
this was truly wonderful. We had a great time sharing with you all of our courses, I mean our offerings, and answering your questions. Hope we were able to assist you with all the answers you needed. And once again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to send us an email or give us a call, and we'll be more than glad to support you with that. You can also connect with us on our social platforms, by the way. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're on YouTube. We're on all the platforms. Please follow us for announcements about our courses, and you can connect with us and communicate with us on on those platforms as well. Once again, sincere thanks to Rasilla Takar for delivering such an informative and engaging session. And thank you all for joining us today. We appreciate your time, your engagement, and your support, and look forward to seeing you at our next event. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.
See you guys in my class. Bye.
Wonderful.